November 16th, the rattlesnake must trust not one, but 5 men to get the job done, or he's out of work.
Now, JR, if you think these guys are just going to come out here, sign their names and shake hands, you got another thing coming, right?
I don't think that.
Hey, I got things to do and beer to drink. So let's get this over with. Eric Bischoff, please bring your little carcass to the ring.
Well, here comes the other coach, general manager of Raw. He is a walking human stain on the underwear of life.
Look at that smirk. That kind of skeeves me out, doesn't it, you, JR? Don't sugarcoat it. Tell us what you really think of it.
Couldn't agree more. Thus far, Bischoff has lined up Chris Jericho, Christian, Scott Steiner, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, one to be named prior to Survivor Series, to meet Stone Cold's team in a 10-man tag, 5-on-5 elimination. A traditional, historic Survivor Series match.
You know what I just realized? This is really not a done deal until the contract's signed.
Sorry, Steve. I had a few little kinks in the contract I had to work out. You know how that goes.
People here in Cleveland can't decide whether he sucks or if he's in a,
But since you've decided to announce the fact that Shawn Michaels is the 5th member of your team, I thought it was only fair of me to introduce to you my 5th member.
Hey!
And this is a man who coincidentally happened to beat Shawn Michaels at Unforgiven. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce Randy Orton.
Oh, JR, the legend killer. And this kid is a blue chipper. And I think that man take it off and back a little bit. Randy Orton, the 5th man on Team Bischoff for the Survivor Series. And this kid is red hot. And Stone Cold knows it.
That's right. I think Stone Cold just got one-upped by Eric Bischoff. Stone Cold gets HBK.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. Did you actually think that for 1 minute, after messing with Triple H and Evolution, that we'd just forget about it? You see, I pride myself on being a legend killer. And that's
He is a legend.
in that Survivor Series, seeing as your job's on the line, I think that it's time that Randy Orton adds another legend to his illustrious list. You. You know, my hearing ain't as good as it used to be. So why don't you stay your little ass right there, and I'll march up that ramp and you can tell me to my face.
Whoa, Stone Cold. There's not a damn thing you can do about that, even if you wanted to. Because that's what this contract signing is all about, isn't it? Because you can't physically assert yourself unless you're physically provoked. Unless, of course, your team wins that Survivor Series. But then again, if your team loses at Survivor Series, you're out of here. You're done for good. And that is more than enough incentive for me to sign on the dotted line.
Well, Bischoff's right about everything he said.
Unfortunately, you're right. It's all or nothing for Stone Cold at the Survivor Series.
There you go. Stone Cold, your turn. Unless, of course, you're having second thoughts.
Sorry, Bischoff, I wouldn't press my luck.
Might be a good time to have some second thoughts. Are you going to be able to trust those 5 members? Are you? He signed it, JR.
The deal's done.
Congratulations. Not just for making the match official, but for making history in front of all of these people. See, I just got done reading the book, The Stone Cold Truth. And from where I stand, that's stone cold BS. You're nothing but a fraud. By signing that contract, you violated everything that you stand for. I mean, what is that slogan you have? DNA or PTA? No. DTA. Don't trust anyone. Well, for the first time in your life, Steve, that's exactly what you're going to have to do. You, Stone Cold Steve Austin, are going to have to trust 5 other people, because your fate is in their hands. That Survivor Series, HBK, RVD, Booker T, the Dudleys, they're going to decide whether you stay or whether you go. Not you. And by the way things are going lately, it's not looking that good. In fact, if they keep going the way they're going, in less than 2 weeks, we will never have to look at that bald head or that smug redneck face again.
You know, you sit there with your stupid black shirt, your little leather jacket, your stupid blue jeans, those stupid black boots, and that stupid haircut, and you come out here and you keep repeating yourself about Stone Cold Steve Austin's team getting beat, me losing my job, me being out of work, me being in the unemployment line. Since you keep repeating yourself, as I seem to do on a frequent basis, allow me to repeat myself. Because the fact is, Eric, you know, some of what you say is true. A lot of what you say is true. There ain't no denying the fact that I'm not real easy trusting 5 guys with my career. But the fact is, Stone Cold Steve Austin ain't been Stone Cold Steve Austin in a long ass time. And if you read that book, you'll know that Stone Cold stands for 2 things. It's 1, don't trust anybody. And 2, when in doubt, whoop as much ass and raise as much hell as humanly possible. So if you ask me, the reward is worth the risk. Because every single time I get in this ring, I'm standing in my living room and this is my house. Do you understand me? So if I can't be the Stone Cold Steve Austin that I'm supposed to be, it ain't worth being Stone Cold Steve Austin. So that I clear things up and that you understand me, let's go to a public poll right here. If you think, look at me. If you think it's worth the risk of Stone Cold and losing his job so I can whoop ass again, give me a hell yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead and be repetitive. I said, give me a hell yeah. One more question for the poll. If you think Eric Bischoff has ass whooping written all over him after this match, don't just give me a hell yeah. Put your middle fingers in the air. I want the camera to take a look because that's about 12,000 middle fingers you see right in front of you.
Might be the world's largest world finger salute.
I ain't been myself. You know that. I know that. The men's locker room knows that. The women's locker room knows that. Truck drivers know that. People working at the drive-in window know that. Everybody that goes to the liquor store knows that. But I'm telling you right here and right now, you're going to see the real Stone Cold up close and personal. And that, so help me God, is the bottom line. 'Cause Stone Cold said so.